Hey y'all, my name is Yvette and welcome to my channel. Today I'm talking about my TBR for round 5 of the Queer Lit Readathon. This is one of my favorite readathons and I am very excited to participate in this round. This readathon is hosted by Kathy and Rogan Shannon, and for every round they have a guest co-host. This round's guest co-hosts are the T-Hags, Rebecca and Sarah, who I both love, so double the excitement for this readathon. This is going to be running from May 31st to June 6th, and I'll leave the announcement videos linked down below for the full details. The first book I'm going to be talking about is the group read, which is This Is What It Feels Like by Rebecca Barrow. I actually read this book last year and absolutely loved it, and I'm looking forward to what everyone else thinks about it. The first book I'm hoping to read for this readathon is Bloom by Kevin Panetta, and this will go for the challenges of read a graphic novel, read a book that has a cover that is mainly a color from the rainbow, which blue for this one, and read a book recommended by a host. And I saw this recommended on the group Readathon Twitter the other day. I think it was Rogan Shannon who recommended it for something. This is about a boy named Ari who has just graduated from high school and he's looking to move to the big city to pursue music. To do that, he has to find and train someone to take over his job at his family's struggling bakery. And I'm assuming that he finds that replacement and starts having feelings for him. The next book I'm hoping to read is Meetcute by Harbon, and this would go for the category of reading a non-coming out story. This one is a new release. It's an romance about a man named Jordan who works in a bookstore and runs a book club that needs more members and it's kind of dying. One of the other employees at the bookstore asks if he can join, and despite them not getting along, Jordan agrees and he joins and romance happens. The next book is going to be Sappho, translated by Mary Barnard, and this would go for the challenge of reading a book of poetry by a queer author. This is a collection of Sappho's poetry and it is one of the only, if not the only, English translation done by a woman. I've seen snippets of Sappho's poetry over the years here and there, but I've never intentionally read a full poem by her, and I've been saving this for this readathon. This book was also a birthday gift from my friend Kara over at the Wild Book Garden, so thank you so much again, Kara, for gifting me this. The next book I'm hoping to read is Sugar Summer by Moskowitz, and this would go for the challenges of reading something that gives you summer vibes and then choosing your own category. The category that I am choosing is retellings because this is a Dirty Dancing retelling. This might be the one that I am most excited to read because of Dirty Dancing, but also because I've read from this author before and I liked her stuff, so I am very optimistic about this book. This is an FF romance about a girl named Sugar who is spending her summer at a Jewish resort. One of the dancers at this resort is getting top surgery and they need to find a replacement ASAP. One day, Sugar crashes a staff party and volunteers for the job. The next book I'm hoping to read is Wicked As You Wish by Chupeco, and this would go for the category of read a 5-star prediction. I've seen some mixed reviews on this book, but I've read a few other Chupeco's books and I've loved everything I've read from her, so I'm crossing my fingers that I'm gonna love this as well. I'm not entirely sure what this book is about. I know that there is a snow queen that has taken over a kingdom, and then the people of this kingdom have fled to Arizona, and then a firebird shows up and the prince and his friends go back to their kingdom. But regardless of what this book is actually about, I'm gonna read it because it's by Chupeco. The next book is gonna be Semi-Queer by Baley, and this would go for the challenge of reading a non-fiction book. This book is a look inside the world of gay, trans, and black truck drivers, and it's supposed to really dig into the harsh realities of the job they do and the experiences that they have. From what I know on this subject, it's particularly hard just being a female truck driver. I know that they experience a lot of sexism and there's an everyday threat of sexual assault, so I am preparing myself for this one. This is a kind of soft addition to this TBR depending on what mood I'm in and if I'm in the headspace to read something a little bit heavier. And finally, the last book on this TBR is Holding Still for As Long as Possible by Whittal, and this will go for the challenges of reading a backlist title because this was published in 2014, as well as read a book with a bisexual/pansexual main character. This book is supposed to be all about being a 20-something and trying to make it through your 20s. It follows a former teen idol and his love triangle with a transgender paramedic and a female filmmaker. I am also tentatively counting this for a challenge of read a book about queer friends because I bought this book a couple years ago because I heard a podcast describe it as being like the show Friends but make it queer. This also might count for the challenge of reading a book with a disabled main character because the main character is agoraphobic. I don't know if that is a disability. My Google research was inconclusive, so I'm not sure if I can count that. That is going to be it for my TBR for this readathon. I am not sure if I'm going to get to all of these books, but I'm going to try my hardest. If you've read any of these books, come down in the comments and tell me what you thought about them. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.